Uh, this is hey, it's Blast on Mike, and today I have from our new signing, Starr Piazza and Bobby Liebling. I know you all probably know Bobby. He goes way back to the band Pentagram, and that fascinating documentary came out in I think 2011, and his triumphant return to the stage and everything else. Bobby is a living legend. And today we're going to talk about Starr and what Bobby's doing with Starr and what we're doing with the album that's going to be coming out on the label. So, hey, Starr and Bobby, how's it going?
Hey, what's
Good.
up?
How you doing?
So, Starr, tell me a little bit about how you and Bobby became friends and that type of thing.
I saw Bobby play a show pretty much, I think it was 94, 95.
I think 95 or 97, somewhere around that area.
Yeah, and I found out that he lived locally. I was actually introduced to him by Dave Sherman, and I guess I was I don't know, 20 years ago
Yeah,
now.
about 22 years ago.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
So, and we've been friends ever since. We also have the same birthday, so we linked up figured that out.
Well, it's great. So, Bobby, just not going to a huge detail, but for people that don't know you and know Pentagram, can you tell them a little bit about yourself, real quick?
Yeah, I grew up in the music world ever since I was knee high to myself, which can't happen anyway, but that's beside the point. And I've been playing as a professional musician since I was like 11 and a half years old on stage 3 nights a week at that time. And let's see, when I was around 16 or so, my folks had moved and I was living in a different area, and I was living in Arlington, Virginia. And I started a band with a guy named Jeff O'Keefe. And we wanted to make a loud, powerful, knock you over kind of thing like Blue Cheer. And so in 71, Pentagram started on Christmas Day. And I've been playing ever since. And now we've covered a lot of the world and a lot of albums and so forth and so on. And I've had the privilege to take the stage at various places beside my idols in music. I've always been kind of a fan boy of sorts. I really have a great deal of respect for the artists I love, and I have faith in her. And thought, she asked me to do something, so here we are. The present day rolled up real quickly, right?
Well, me and Star go way back. I've known Star for several years, not as long as you. And I always knew that she had the talent to do something, but she never had the means to make it work. I don't believe. And when I got appointed as the head of A&R for FireRock Music Group, she was one of the first people I reached out to. And as of I think last week or the week before, we had signed a deal for her to do her first album with FireRock. And she wanted to say she wanted to bring you along to produce a project, redo a Pentagram song, and maybe write a song together. And I thought, wow, that's to me that's amazing, because of the statue of music that you've done, the work of music you've done in the past, and for you to want to help somebody else, you know, do what your dream was is amazing, Bobby. So
It's all
how
about
how did that
baton.
really come together?
It's all about passing the
What's that,
baton.
Bobby? I'm sorry.
It's all about passing the
Yeah.
baton. I mean, it's like, it's got to be an ongoing thing, right? Long live rock and roll. you know.
Uh, have you ever worked with other artists before, like you are with Star right now?
I haven't produced as far as being, in an actual producer role. I've performed with other bands on records. I performed with Falcon and performed with several other bands. What's the band from Pennsylvania? My God. See what age does to you?
Yeah,
But
I understand.
yeah, I haven't done production. I co-produced or produced all the Pentagram albums, of course, with Victor and Greg, and on down the line. But
Yeah.
I
What do you think about
enjoy
it, Starr?
studio work.
What do you think about it, Starr? What do you think about Bobby, wanting to be a part of this project?
I'm excited. Like I said, I've known Bobby a long time, and I admire his work. I really do. I admire the way he works, the way he is passionate about music, like I am, and I appreciate it. And I wanted to be, excuse me, I wanted him to be a part of my project really bad. I mean, I played him some of my music, and he was like into it. I was like, he knows where I'm coming from with it, and I feel like he can help me in a special way that I don't think anybody else can. So, I'm really grateful. I'm appreciative. He's amazing.
And you all are.
It's like
Go
being in
ahead.
the Maryland's music scene, which now I lived in. I don't live there anymore, but I lived in Maryland for the last 20 odd years, on and off, and gotten to know a lot of the musicians in the Maryland scene and so forth. And I've always appreciated loud, heavy type of music, basically, and had a broad interest in stuff like that. So I have a lot of knowledge going back to the 70s and the late 60s, even in the music world. So I appreciate the opportunity to do this kind of thing because I know where it comes from.
Yeah. When me and you spoke on the phone last night, I told you that I was working with Dave Tice from Buffalo. I fully believe that, bands like Buffalo and Pentagram and Coven and, Black Sabbath and Deep Purple were all doing this stuff in different parts of the world, but you all were doing basically the same type of music. For Dave and me and Dave are really good friends, and we're working on a project. Star's going to be a part of it, and he's having a bunch of people work on this project with him, and he's like, it's so refreshing to have people that want to work with you, because Dave's a very um, humble guy. He don't believe that he did anything for anything as far as music goes, for that matter. And for her to be a part of that project too, and doing this with you, I mean, it's going to be a pretty big year in 2024 for Starr, I think.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
I really like music. I mean, and Bobby likes music. Another part of that was he was consider him like a music junkie. Like if you know a lot about music, you can bring a lot to any project. And so we have all these different ideas and all these different styles of music that we're kind of like getting influenced by or influencing ourselves with. So I feel like having somebody that knows a lot about music. Bobby's amazingly intelligent about music. I mean, he just knows so much about it that I was like, man, great to have someone like that work on this with me.
Yeah, I came across a video. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I came across a video. I guess it's from, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Bobby, but it was like 6 or 7 years ago, and you're in a record store. And it was very fascinating to see the kind of music that you like, It was fascinating to see Yeah. Yeah, it was fascinating, and I was like, well, that's cool. It shows that he's very eclectic with things, because there's several artists, that they like a certain genre of music, it be metal or country or rock, but watching you with that that record store, you're like, oh, this is the fourth copy of this I have or something. I'm like, dang, he's waiting for the freaking apocalypse to come, ain't you?
Yeah, I am a dinosaur of sorts, but yeah, I've gone through when I started playing, it was garage rock as it's known now, and the British Mersey Beat invasion. You know, I started out on stage like around the years that the Beatles and the Yardbirds and Journey Pacemakers and all those bands started. You know, and I was like in the American Answer, which is like maybe within 6 months of the British invasion. And I love that stuff. And then that kind of evolved. And then the punk rock scene is music with an attitude. I like a fucking attitude. You know, I like something that's got some, and that's what I'm into. And I also have a great deal of, I have folk influences, jazz influences. You know, I love Thelonious Monk. I love Coltrane. You know, I also recently did something that I can't divulge because of record company stuff, but it's kind of on a, it was originally by a folk artist. And, you know, I love Bob Dylan's writing. You know, I have a wide variety of taste. You know, so.
Are you a Star? Are you and Bobby looking forward to writing together too? Because you're going to be writing a song together. It's going to be on this project too, right?
We've written songs. Excuse me. We've written songs before together. I just can't find them. You remember that? Like we wrote some like I guess tongue in cheek stuff before, and I enjoy writing with him. I think he and I have a good feel for what we're doing or what we're thinking, and so I can't wait to write with him. We started off a little bit last night, but really we're going to get more and more into it as we go.
I love collaborating with her and other people. It's just like my other band besides Pentagram, The Limit, with Sonny Vincent, was I was honored and fascinated to do that, and it's you know exciting to me to finally be able to put on recording, you know, to record for posterity's sake, you know, indelibly different artists with me and me with different artists and things like that. You know, people I respect. It's an honor to, you know, so I'm really looking forward to writing stuff, and I love to write stuff, you know.
You were digging the process with him too, like the way you guys did things.
I learned a lot collaborating with Sonny. He's brilliant, and he knows how to place hooks and choruses, which I wasn't adept at, and was not really, you know, a part of in Pentagram's scene. But, you know, he got me into that further and further to where I started saying, wow, this is a great writing team. You know, it's got a brilliant possibility and probability to have appeal. You know, I mean, some things go completely over the top in almost a pop fashion, but they keep that attitude. And that's what it's about to me. It's conviction.
You know, a lot of, you know, it's wild, you know, because here in America, we've gone through so many genres of music, and you know, metal's becoming bigger in America because we have more festivals, you know, things like that. Whereas, like in Europe, you know, bands can go over there and they don't care how big you are; they just want to see music. And do you think eventually the United States will be like that, or do you think that's just the way it's going to be? It's just going to be flavor of the month for people in America.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I don't know. I would like to see it happen like that because I'm Italian and I've been to Italy, and they appreciate music on a whole different level. It's absolutely not the same as it is over there. But it would be nice to see people get into things, you know, and not be flavor of the month type of things.
Yeah, there's to me in the U.S. there's a scrutiny and little pockets and judgment and stuff like that, where people, like you say, in other countries are just starved for music. They're music junkies, you know, and they love music. If you love music, man, then open your heart, open your head, and open your mind to all of it, because there's all different types of flavors that taste good together, right?
Yeah, you know, over in Europe and over those places, like some of those festivals have country music along with Pentagram, you know, with with Motley Crue. And you know, I only know two festivals in America like that. One's Bonnaroo, and one's the one in Indo, California. I can't remember what it's called out there, but you know, it's all different types of music.
Right, the Rocklahoma does that also. There are bigger
And
festivals.
I think that, say in America, what was that, Bobby? I'm sorry.
There's bigger festivals in America starting to branch more and more and pop up, and to have cross blends. It's like when you play
It's
it, like
you know,
anyway. I got 10% left on that phone now. Well, like a place like Hellfest, there's 5 stages. There's a punk rock stage, there's a metal stage, there's a pop stage, different types of genres are put together.
He's played Hellfest.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You played pretty much most of the bigger festivals, probably, ain't you?
I played a lot of them. I mean, there's some that I still want to get to. The ones in the U.S. we haven't played. The big festivals in the U.S., man, I really want to play this. I want to play at Bonnaroo, and people will say, "Oh, well, that's mostly top 40 commercial pop rock." I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to get to as many people as I can get to while I'm still on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, this is amazing collaboration that you're doing. There's more into it that we weren't going to talk about today, but there's going to be some surprises for fans of certain artists. That's going to be part of it. We won't talk about it today, but we will at a later time. And what Starr's put together, I think, is very amazing in the fact that, everything that everybody that's involved, this is going to be one of the highlights of people.
After that.
What's that? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said we might have to have another interview once we do release some of those secrets, so that we can people can understand that aspect of it as well.
Definitely. Me and Tom, which is the president of the label, are very excited.
Yeah.
We're very excited to see what happens. We've heard a few songs, and you told me those are going to be a lot of stuff's going to be redone or imaginated in a way. So there's one song in particular that I can't wait to hear it finished, and I think Tom's the same way. We're just going to sit back and let the magic happen and see where we go from there.
Well, I can't wait to give you guys a finished product. I mean, this is a dream come true for me, and I'm really happy and honored that I've been given this opportunity. I can't wait to give these people the music that I so deeply want to do. It means a lot to me to be able to have this opportunity. I'm excited.
And
Starr's really passionate about the music, and that's one thing that I really have a lot of respect for. She really has a lot of passion for her music, and that's very important. It's not just a generic, let's go with a saleable, but it's a deep-seated thing. So.
Where can people reach out to you, Starr, if they want to find out more about what you're doing, or they want to even do an interview with you about what you're doing?
Well, right now I have I definitely have a. Hold on one second. Let me get this right because it's okay. That's better. Right now I have a page up on Facebook for myself. It's Starr Piazza, and then also the Serpent Witch page. By the way, that's what I'm doing the project under. So it will be. You can contact me there if you like. Either place is fine.
All right, and Bobby, before we let you go, what do you got going on right now? A new CD or tour or what?
Pentagram goes back into the studio around the turn of the year, and we're going to be recording all brand new material to first studio album we've had in 10 years. So it's been over an amount that we like in time, and we're overdue. And I'm also doing a couple other projects. I'm not going to go into them now, but it's some pretty interesting stuff.
And as of today, you are going to be at the Coven Lucifer show, right?
Coven.
Yeah, we're going to go see Coven and Lucifer. Yeah, and
Really,
that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
And
I
really didn't know about.
I was honored last week to be asked to come up on stage. I was out visiting a friend in Kansas, a dear friend of mine from Rescue the Crow, who are a great sensational rock band, and they asked me. We went to the Coven Lucifer show in Omaha, Nebraska, of all places, and they asked
Wow.
me to get on stage, and we did "Forever My Queen" together.
So who did you perform with?
With Lucifer.
Lucifer. Yeah. Now Lucifer's from Germany,
Sweden.
Sweden, and then Coven has been around longer than you've been around, right?
Yes. Yeah, Jinx Dawson has been around, longer than me, and I love the stuff she's done. She's a great person. Joanna from Lucifer is a great person. That's a good bill. And also the
Wow.
band opening for them.
Well, I hope you all have a good time tonight, and
Thank you.
Go ahead.
we will do something soon as the music gets done and as new elements come. We'll put something together soon, and
Tell
you
people make sure
all
go to
you
the
can watch
show
the
and
film.
go see Early Moods, who opened for us in California. They're a great rock band, and Coven and Lucifer. Good show. It's Underground Arts in Philly.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike, for having
Great.
us.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll talk again soon, and I appreciate you all taking time.
Check out Serpent Witch and Starr Piazza. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.